with your feet about hip width apart, letting your knees be soft. And sort of bouncing a little bit and turning. But just to get a sense of how things are inside. There may be areas that feel really tight. Or not. Sort of moving, maybe side to side. Again, with soft knees. Just feeling the stretching on the side of the body. Again, getting a sense, how's your back? How's your low back today? Coming to stillness and then doing big circles with the hips. Sort of letting your shoulders just move naturally. So they'll naturally move in the opposite direction and changing direction of the circles. And coming again to standing upright and just slowly turning your head side to side, sort of looking toward one shoulder. Just a little bit. We're just warming it up. Don't try to go as far as you can. Going up and down with the head. Feeling this slight stretch in the back of the neck when you look down, and stretch in the front of the neck as you look up. And coming to stillness. And then little circles with the head. In one direction and then the other. And coming to stillness. And then doing back shoulder rolls. So one shoulder and then the other. Again, letting your knees be soft. You're going to feel a little bit of movement here and in the hips. Kind of exaggerate this. So lean into it. Move with this. You'll feel this not only in the shoulders, but down the side of the rib cage, going in the other direction. And again, we're just warming things up, getting a sense of how it feels, coming to stillness, and moving the hands, big hands and loose fists. And then circles with the hands, the arms. And bringing both hands overhead, sort of looking up, looking between the hands, and again with the knees soft, just twisting from side to side. Coming back to stillness, and then letting one arm move in big circles in front of the body. And just feeling this, going in the other direction, feeling this in the shoulders. And that includes the collarbone, the shoulder blades, the other arm. In big circles. And just paying attention to your body. I find that Some moves, I need to keep my elbows bent, going in the other direction, which really sort of takes the load off my shoulders. So just letting your body sort of dictate anything that you need to do to accommodate how you're feeling today. Letting the shoulders come back, bringing the elbows back behind you, like feeling the shoulder blades coming together. And just holding this for a few seconds. This is a great thing to do, especially if we've been hunched over a screen for a while. Just relaxing that. And sort of noticing how that feels in the back. It's a good thing to just try to keep those muscles engaged a little bit, coming to a seat. The other thing that we often encourage ourselves and you is to keep the belly engaged, which is one of the best things that we can do to protect our back when we're moving. And so sitting with your feet flat on the floor, the back long, and pull your belly button in. So here we're just engaging the deepest abdominal muscle, pulling it in and holding it in, pulling the belly button in and up. Keep breathing. Let your face be relaxed, but you're likely to even feel this in your back, in the low back. These muscles sort of encircle the pelvic girdle. Letting go of that, letting that muscle relax, taking a breath. A deep enough breath that you can feel the belly expand with it. And then once again, pulling the belly button back and up. Pulling the belly button back. And during the workout or anytime during the day, if your back is bothering you, do this along with whatever else you're doing. Strengthen your belly. All right, letting go of that. And now an isometric exercise with your hands on your legs. You're going to be using your abdominal muscles to pull your shoulders down toward your legs, but you're also using your hands and your arms to push your shoulders back. So doing that and feeling the muscles of the belly engaged. So these are muscles more in the front, not necessarily going around the body, but letting go of that, straightening up, taking a breath, and then once again, pushing the shoulders down, pushing them back. Just engaging the stomach muscles. And it can be very surprising if you just do these moves, once or twice a day. It doesn't take long to notice the difference in the strength of these muscles. Relaxing, sitting up. And then putting one hand on the opposite leg. And we're going to do the same type of thing, trying to move the shoulder to that knee, trying to push it away. Feeling the muscles engage. And you feel the muscles in the arms, but also feeling the oblique muscles, the muscles sort of between the bottom of the rib cage and the top of the pelvis, relaxing, letting that muscle relax a little, and it'll stay engaged. Now going on to the other side, pressing the shoulder down, pressing the shoulder back, feeling this. So feeling this sort of in the side of the body, the front of the abs also, but also around the side. And letting go. Coming up, raising your arms overhead. With a little bit of a twist here. And bringing the arms down, palms back, and just pulsing, pulsing the hands back. And once again, just feeling it through the body, seeing how it is right now. And we're ready for our workout with Jess. I'm going to mute myself.
From the Tuesday class, they're like, hey, I remember her. Sorry about Tuesday, guys. All right. Let's, hey, I got a couple sets of weights too, just for you, Sandy. Okay, arms out to the side. We're gonna kick and turn like a helicopter. So keep those hands up, arms straight, eyes forward, lifting the foot off the floor to the front of you. Tummy in, chest out, shoulders back, and breathing. Five more seconds here. Last one. Good. Let's get our leg exercises out of the way. Let's do our lunge complex. Give yourself enough space to go front, back, side, side. Pick a leg. You want to take a healthy step forward. Drop the back knee a little bit. You don't have to go into a full lunge. Same to the side, same to the back. A little knee bend. If that's bothering you, just take a healthy step out and bring it back in. This is mostly to challenge your balance and to wake up your thighs and glutes. Got my hands out to the side just to help with balance, but I also got a wall, or you can have a chair or table or something near you to help with that too. Let's get one more each leg, and I'll wait for you. Eyes forward, don't need to look down. Plus it keeps your spine straight so your back don't cry. Let me know when you're done, for those who I can see. Good. We'll go into the hinge and swim. So I'm going to turn this way just so you see how I'm lined up. I got the weight on my heels. I'm going to feel this in my hamstrings and glutes, just as a warning. So your hips are going to go back. You're going to lean forward. Big swim out to the side. Stand up nice and tall like a plank. Keep everything tight. Back down. Up strong. Breathe. So nice and easy flow like that. If you go too low and you're feeling it, just come up a little bit where it's comfortable. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Stand up nice and tall. Let's get our butt kickers and rows. Okay, arms are out straight. Get those heels go back first, then elbows. You're working your chest when you're punching to the front, and you're working your upper back when you're pulling your elbows behind you. Of course, you're getting that stretch in your thighs as you bring your heels close to you. Maybe your heart rate's getting up there, breaking a little sweat. Those are all things to protect your body, your respiratory system, and your muscles and nerves and joints. Those are how your body kind of readies itself for exercise. So that should happen in a warm-up. 5, 3, 2, 1. Good, shake it out. Modified jack. Let's do our seal jack. So palms together, feet together. We're going to step out to the side and open wide. Little bend in your knees to absorb your body weight. Little dip in the hips. Another good one for posture, right? And coordination. Get that mind-body connection going. Makes you more aware of being in the present, so you can do things correctly and safely. 5 seconds. 3, 3, 2, 1, shake it out. High knees, and we'll get a shoulder forward rotation, that's the word. Okay, so high knees, get those going, arms up like a cactus. Now fold them down, keep those elbows up, fold the forearms to the front. Pull in that belly button, you should feel it right here in your lower abs. Get a nice stretch in your low back, you might feel it in your butt. 5, 3, 2, 1, shake it out. Let's get some planks. You guys see me okay? No. Here we go. A little different setup today. I'm still trying to find out what works, right? Okay, let's do the leg swing across to the front. So we're going to start at the outside. Bring it across the midline as if you were in water. Drag it in, then back out. Keeping your hips steady. Your shoulders are locked. Your belly button is pulled in. And you're guiding it nice and slow. Challenging the inner thigh muscles, right? We don't think about those in the outside of our hip area. These will help a lot with balance. All right, let's switch legs. So I'm out on my toes, making sure my neck's in line with my spine all the way down to my hips. I'm not dipping, I'm not down here. If you are, go to a wall. Slow and controlled. Let's do the last one here together. Lock it in and shake it out. Let's get our row with our bicep curl. Staying on the same arm. I'll do the outside arm towards you first so you see what I'm doing. Holding it nice and strong with one arm. So make sure you're steady with that one arm. Now switch. Safety switch. Keep the elbow close to your rib cage when you're doing that bicep curl. Let's get one more each arm. Stay up. Don't lock it in yet. We're going to go out to the side with our little Spider-Mans. Have a little bend in your elbows to challenge the upper body a little bit more. If you sort of want to make it a push-up or a half a push-up, feel free. If not, don't. Just stay stagnant and up tall. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now lock it in. Shake it out. We'll do our donkey kicks and fire hydrants. Let's stay on the same leg. I'm sorry about last time. We'll stay on the same leg and I'll let you know when to switch, okay? So you're hovering one foot, out to the side, up and back. We'll stay on here about 10 more seconds. Careful of those hips shaking all over the place. It helps if you pull in your belly button and squeeze your glutes. 2, 1, switch legs, please. Five seconds. 3, 2, last one. Lock it in. Let's play some patty cake. I'm going to face you guys this time, so I'm going to ditch the table. Stay up nice and strong. Arm out straight to the front, cross over, like you're making an X in the air. Breathe. So our form starts to go downhill as we get tired, okay? Notice that. Do what you got to do to change it. Either modify the exercise or take a break. 3, 2, 1. All right, grab some water, guys. I want to stay good on time so we have a chance to go through everything swiftly, deftly. As far as the bands, as I was saying in the beginning, we're going to mix it in. So have your bands ready, have your little weights there, have your chair, all that stuff, have it all set up, okay? All right, for the first one, we're going to sit at the edge of our chair. Weight in each hand on the side. Watch me first. We're going to sit to stand like we always do, but now we're going to take a lunge forward, other leg lunge forward, back in front of the chair, sit, do it again. Keep those eyes up to the front, head high, shoulders back. About 10 more seconds. I'll make this my last. Now get your bands. Go back on the chair. I'm going to kind of go at an angle so you see how I'm lined up here. Hands at the edges. You want your foot, you want the band around the middle of your foot, holding it nice and tight, keeping that L in the elbows and straight out. I'll let you know when to switch. About 10 seconds. Sit up nice and tall. Back straight, eyes forward. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Bands in the middle. Knee close to the body. Elbows bent. Kick it out. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, last one. Cool. Staying in the chair. So I'm really trying to get a nice balance of sitting and standing. We've been working really hard lately, so you know, periods of recovery is helpful. So that's what this week kind of is. All right, we're going to do our chest press and our Russian twist to the side. So watch me first. The weight's at my chest. I'm going to press out, just like we always do. Then I'm going to turn, middle, turn, middle. Press out, back to center, turn, middle, turn, press. Okay? So press in front of you, not up overhead, not all crazy. One weight. 3 different moves. Front, side, side. Halfway. Five seconds. I'm going to finish here. And then we're going to do some bird dogs as a plank. Okay? Pay attention. Going to be all over the place, but it's going to make sense when we do it, once we do it. All right, shake it out. This is a bird dog. I hope you guys can see what all I'm doing. I'll try to explain it the best I can. Opposite limbs, so my arms going forward and opposite legs going back. So core, chest, and shoulders, just like we did with the strength exercise, with the press outs and the Russian twists. We're challenging similar muscles here with the plank. So these muscles should remember that they're fired on. 5 more seconds. 2, finish up here. Walk it in. Okay, up on your feet. We've seen this a few times, but it has been a while. I'm going to go a little bit lighter. It's a power move though, so you can get pretty strong with this over time. But since I'm teaching it and not, in performance mode, I'd rather take it step by step with you with a lighter weight. Weights in one hand. I'm going to show you this side view first. Wait, so you can see the weight. It's nice and green. We're going to hinge at the hips, so the hips go back, and then we're going to pop it straight up, down, pop it up. So you can see it's a power move as it comes from the floor through your hips and gets that weight up over your head, okay? A modification is go down nice and slow, and then maybe go up overhead in 2 parts instead of 1 strong part, okay? So nice and slow, you're here, here. Okay. Times are rolling, and we'll switch hands, okay? Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Safely switch hands. Keeping it close to your body, right up the middle, up overhead. Make sure that arm lands right close to your face at the top, not all crazy out here. Keep going. That was about halfway. 10 seconds. Everyone should be breathing hard. 3, 2, last one. Big breath in through the nose. One more time. Okay, you want to recover, okay? You want to recover before you run to the next move. It could be something that throws you off balance or makes you do something that injures yourself. So stuff like that, give it a sec. I'm going to sit in the chair, got a band. So the last power move worked a lot of the shoulders. So we're going to pair that up with a band exercise that does something similar. I'm going to step on one end and hold the other. I got the elbow close to my rib cage. I kind of got my wrist tight like I'm going to punch somebody. I would never do that though. And then come straight up. So arm ends up close to your face, just like the last move. Core's nice and strong. Eyes forward. Punch it up. Good. No rocking side to side. That's why your core is strong. 5 more seconds here and we'll go to the other hand. Go ahead and switch. Adjust the band accordingly. You want to be able to do about 20-30 seconds of this and not muscle up the last 10 seconds. Nice and smooth and easy. You already worked this once hard with a strength and power exercise. This is kind of as a burn. Good. Punch it up. 5 seconds. 1 and down. Good. Ditch that. Clear out the chair here. Stay seated during this. This is fine. This is fine. I'm going to grab a little lighter bells. I'm going to be moving upper and lower body. So you got to think of those things when you grab your weights. If I'm moving just lower body, I'm going to go a little heavier. depending on the mood, okay? We're gonna do our side lunges with the bicep curl, okay? So we've got the weight in each hand, eyes are forward, step and curl. Keep those feet parallel to each other. I do want you to look down and look at your feet. I know that I say to keep your eyes forward, but check yourself. You should feel the difference right here in your inner thigh, okay? And it's gonna be less harmful on your knees if you keep your feet the way they should. Thank you. About halfway. Let's keep going. Keep those elbows pinned to your rib cage, just like the warm-up. 5 seconds. 3, 2, last one. Bring it in. Catch your breath. You guys wear me out. Okay. Just like the warm up, we did the plank, we did the row and the bicep curl. Let's mimic our strength with a plank. So your body should say, I already know this one. Nice strong plank. Pull it back, curl it up, switch. Halfway. Five. I'm going to finish right here and then walk it in. Almost done, guys. Almost done. Let's get the chair back out. We'll do a sit to stand plus a cross punch. All right. Not if the camera's pointing that way, Jesse. Okay. All right, I have light weights in my hand. I have them at home, right? Home's right where the heart is. When it at your chest, your shoulder area. You guys have all seen this one before. I want you to sit to stand, cross punch, sit. Sit to stand, boom, boom. Once you're done looking at what I'm doing, I want your eyes to follow your hands. Okay, so you got to turn your shoulders, your weight, and your eyeballs as one unit. Good. Keeping a little bend in those knees as you turn. You want to absorb, right? Use that power from the hips, from the floor up. Don't be all stiff in the knees and twist your back doing it. Okay, let's get one more each side. I lost track of the time. Get the bands. Told you we would be busy today. Had Tuesday to catch up from. Okay, we're stepping on the middle. If you guys don't have bands that are long enough, I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do, and hopefully it works for everybody. Okay, I have the ends in each hand, and I'm going to come up right up the middle like our zip the jacket. If this isn't working for you standing, I know some of you have shorter bands. Try to do it seated the best you can. What you want to work is the top of the shoulder. Okay, so this will burn. This is your burn for the shoulders. We do strength, then we do a burn. Don't let the elbows go any higher than your collarbone, okay? Take it easy on your neck, your spine. 5 more seconds. Right up the center, nice and close. Flare it out and pause. Good. All right, that's round 1. Get a drink, shake it out, stretch it out. Everybody good so far? Having fun? Oh, thanks, Sandy. Thank you. Okay. I didn't see any thumbs down or other fingers, so. Okay, going heavy on this one. All right, round 2, make it count. We have enough time to go through it and then cool down with Terry and maybe giggle a little bit at the end. So if you need to stretch or need to take that little break in between what I do, take it, because I'm not going to give it. Okay, so we'll have to wait for Terry unless you do it on your own, which is more than fine. Okay, we had a lot packed in today. Sit to stand, lunge, lunge, back to sit to stand, same thing. Over and over. Watch that form, eyes up. 5, 4, 3, 2, good. I'll let you guys finish. We'll get our bands and do the leg press outs. That was a new one, so repeating it will be good. You're like, what did she do for that seated one for the legs? I'm gonna put the middle of it around my foot, grab both ends, tug it tight, hold my elbows bent and the arms, press out. Sit up nice and tall. This is our burn for the legs that we just challenged strength-wise. Let's do 5 more seconds here. And switch. Nice and tight, squeeze, back in. Belly button should be backing up. Shoulder blades pinched together. 5 seconds. Burn it out. 2, 1. Let it go. I'm going to grab, I'll go heavy for this one too. I'm going to do it. We're going to do our chest press out. Turn, turn, chest press out again. So I'm leaning back a little. The weight's at my chest. Leaning back, press out, turn, middle, turn, press out. When you're pressing out, I want your core to be like the way Terry has us do in the very beginning when we're pressing against our knees. That tight. Feel it all around to your back. Breathe at the same time. Those things are going to keep you safe and moving. I'm going to go one more time through, side, side, out, and call it. Then we can do our bird dogs. So we've only done that one a few times, so this will be a good refresher. Shake it out. We want to lock our shoulders up, even though they're tired. I know they're tired. We've been working on for 20 minutes. So nice and strong on the shoulders. Don't falter here. Up and back opposites. Okay. If it's too much for you to be low, get on a wall. Okay. Be safe. All right, that was halfway. Breathe. If the hips are rocking, I want you to either take a break or go on the wall. That's going to hurt your low back. 3, 2, 1. Walk it in. Big breath in. Let it all out. Okay. Here's the tough one. Remember the snatch, the overhead power move. Give yourself plenty of room. I want you to picture yourself doing it before you actually do it. Remember, the one arm's hanging in front with the weight. You're hinging at the hips and you're popping it up. Watch it before you do it. Okay. The weight's on my heels. Hips go back, pop it up. A little dip in the knees, just like we do in our warm-ups. Power up, squeeze those toes into the floor. Feel that energy go through your hips and up overhead. Modification. Should have said this about 10 seconds ago, sorry. But it's just like this, a little hinge. All right, 5 more seconds here. Powered up, we'll switch. 2, 1, other arm. Arm out for balance. Ten more seconds. 5, 3, last one. Good. Don't do anything until you catch your breath. We got a band move next. We'll be seated. That'll help with the recovery. Guys got me sweating. All right. Have a seat, band. We're going to punch the sky. We're going to do our shoulder press. And if it hurts you to do the shoulder press overhead, go to the front, modify it. All right, elbows nice and close. The hands are at home. Punch right up. Keep that bicep, keep that upper arm, come right to your cheek. Don't bring your head to your arm. Don't go like that. Straight up, nice and strong. 5, 4, 3. Last one, switch. Hands at home. Elbow tight. Imagine that pencil. Remember the pencil right here? And shoot it right up. Same with your shoulder blades. Lock that pencil in between both of those. Sit up tall. 5, 3, 2, last one. Let's do it together. Get up. Good. Push that. 2 lighter weights. We're going to go side to side with our bicep curls. All right. Palms up. Weights in your hands. Feet are together. See yourself do it in your mind. A big step. You want those feet in parallel to each other. Okay. Keep it safe on the knees. Curl it up. Step it out. Little bend in the knee. No one's asking you to go low, just a little dip on one side if your hips and knees allow it. If not, just take a step to the side. Works. Bring it down nice and slow. Don't just let it flop. Eyes forward. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo, it's a plank time next. Okay, you might notice that you get a little bit more out of breath when you use those big muscles in the legs, right? All right, to burn it out, we're going to do our plank, row, and bicep curl. Switching arms each time, okay? Nice and strong here. Pull it back, curl it up, switch. How are your hips and core doing? Breathe. Go to your happy place. 10 more seconds. I'm going to finish on this one. I'll let you guys do the same. Give me a little thumbs up when you're good. Nice. Okay. Oh, last pair of exercises. Let's get that chair back into play. Some really light weights if you have them. If you don't have weights, it's all good. No one's forcing you to lug weights around. We're just crazy. Okay. Hands are at home. Remember, we're going to sit to stand. We're going to pivot and turn. Other side, middle, sit to stand. Power it up. We're finishing up. We go harder, we go home, right? Eyes forward. We're turning as one unit with the upper body. Get those eyes, hands, and shoulders all moving at the same. One more time. Up to down. Finish here, put your weights down safely. Grab your bands. You can do this seated or standing. Remember the zip the jacket, the upright row. Stepping in the middle. We're gonna go right up the center, okay? I don't want your elbows any higher than your collarbone. Little pause. And guide it back down. The great thing about bands is that you can't go all over the place like you can with the hand weights or water bottles. It's right up the middle and it stays there. Burn it out, burn out the shoulders. Also gets the back of the upper arms and of course your core. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Don't stop moving. Grab a towel, wipe your face so you can see Terry. Get a little sip of water, but don't stop moving. We'll cool down and then you can tell me what you really think.
All right, thank you, Jess. That was good. You came back strong. So keep moving, like Jess said. And just wandering a little bit, letting your weight move from one foot to the other. Let your hands come down toward the floor, palms facing back, and just pulse the hands back. Pulse the hands back. Let your shoulders relax down away from your ears. And then bringing one arm in front of you. And just holding it here, so above or below the elbow, but just pulling a little bit, just feeling that stretch in the shoulder, sort of moving with this, moving your hands, your fingers, moving the arm up and down, and then switching to the other arm. And again, slight pull, although still letting your shoulder relax away from your ears. Moving your hands, moving your fingers. Moving your hips from side to side, letting your knees be soft. And then doing circles with the hips. And sort of leaning into the circles, and you'll be leaning sort of the opposite way that your hips are going. Just feeling this gentle stretching in all the muscles in the back. You're standing by the chair and just bringing one foot up and pulling it. You can also do this on the edge of the chair. You see Jess doing that. So we're just getting a little stretch here in the quads, the big muscles in the front of the thighs, letting that foot come down or turning the other way in the chair. The other foot. And again, just feeling this stretch. We're doing this, taking a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Letting the body relax here, letting it come back, coming back into this plank-like position, but just letting your hips come back. Letting your hips come back, letting your head and the shoulders sink. Gently bending one leg and then the other. Again, just feeling this little stretch in the low back. Pressing down with your hands. Continuing to let the shoulders themselves be relaxed away from the ears. Now coming to stillness, coming forward as if going into a plank, and then just letting the hips come forward a little bit, looking up
We just have this slight back bend, pausing here, breathing. Breathing, letting the hips come back. Head come down. And then once again, slowly coming forward. A little arch. And coming back. Bringing one foot forward and bending that forward knee while the back leg is straight and the heel is on the ground. And just feeling this stretch in the calf muscle. Straightening that forward foot, changing feet. And again, just sinking into this, feeling the other calf muscle stretch out. Coming back and using the back of the chair or the table or whatever you're using, or if a chair, maybe using the seat, having your wrists underneath your shoulders, and here, just letting the shoulder blades come together in the back, sort of the chest coming forward, and then rounding between the shoulder blades. So it's sort of like doing push-ups, but we're really focusing on the shoulders, space between the shoulder blades, and then relaxing that muscle. And then once again, rounding that upper back and the space between the shoulder blades. Slowly curling back up. Curling back up. Noticing how the body feels. Maybe bending forward just a little bit and letting your hands just hang toward the floor. You know, letting the arms so circle in one way and then the other. So here we're just applying this real gentle traction to the shoulders. Coming to stillness, and once again, slowly curling back up, engaging the belly, arms overhead. And then coming forward, a forward fold, taking a little bow. All right, thank you so much.